Alright, it is Kanon's turn. And we do have most of them for Delta, but the one in level 3 should unlock as we're talking. The one for level 7 should be the final one, so we'll very likely get them all in one go. So you like Neuroki? Cass really likes Neuroki, doesn't she? It's way beyond like. She probably loves it so much she can't imagine a world without them. That much? I could understand it if it was just Cass, but even Starly seems to love them that much too. Neuroki's popularity is ridiculous. You're right. It's almost scary. For Chunpei to beat Neuroki, we may have to actively promote more Chunpei goods. It's nice that you have a rival, but you definitely shouldn't talk about it in front of Cass or Starly. Yeah, that was quick. Is the shop fun? You have a lot of different recipes. Is your shop going well? Yes, thanks to you, I have some regular customers too. Sounds like you're making a nice profit. Making a profit? I don't really know. That's not really why I started the shop. Also, I'm a beginner with business, so I'm not sure how much I need to sell to make a profit. Wouldn't it be boring if you didn't make a profit? No. The reason I started my shop was to provide services to the Charl. That's the most important goal to me. Profits are merely an afterthought. I see. Providing a service to the Charl, huh? Well, as a fellow merchant, I can't say I get it, but if it makes you happy, I'm not one to question. It's important to work for the sake of others. It's embarrassing if you put it like that. It's okay to feel embarrassed. It's pretty rare to see you like this, after all. I'm excited to see something so unusual. You're really strange. But I see. A fellow merchant. In that case, this makes you my senior in business. You must have far more knowledge and experience than I do in this field. Yeah, pretty much. You can go ahead and give me all the respect you want. Alright, perhaps I should start adding Mr. to your name out of respect. Wait, what? I'll call you Mr. Delta. You've been running a shop up longer than I have, so that sounds appropriate, yes? No, well, maybe, but that's just a little too... What's wrong, Mr. Delta? Your face is turning red. Stop it already! It's way too embarrassing if you call me that. I have no doubt it's actually senpai in the Japanese text. Drum bath. Delta, have you ever used a drum bath before? You know, I've always wanted to try it, but as far as I can remember, I've never used one. Why do you ask? Well, I had a chance to use one the other day. Wait a second. What do you mean, chance? You have a house. Why are you using a drum bath? Apparently the Charl found a drum. There was a scene in a manga they found where they used one, so they said they wanted me to try it. The Charl read manga? They'd like anything fun. I see, but it sounds like kind of a bummer that you had to get into a drum bath for them. Not really. I thought that at first too, but I was surprised by how nice it was. It was so nice I started to get kind of sleepy. It was that good? It was great. I'd love to try it again sometime if it's possible. If you're interested, you're welcome to come try it with Cassie. I'm glad you thought of me, but it would be dangerous getting a narrow drum bath with someone else. Yep, unlock 3-3. Charl garlands? Oh yeah, I received a garland from the Charl the other day. The garland Charl make it supposed to represent individuality, right? Oh, you knew? That's right. The one I got was made from yellow and white flowers. That's pretty bright, but I think it's actually pretty fitting for you. You don't wear bright clothes, so I think it would be pretty and stand out. You've gotten pretty good at compliments. No, I'm serious. I'd really like to see you wear it sometime. Hey, I'm sorry, but I can't. I can wear it in front of the Charl, but it would be too embarrassing to wear it in front of other people. I see. That's a shame. I'm sorry. I know I'm the one who brought this up. I don't mean to complain. Don't worry. I understand why you feel that way. Level 4 unlocked. Men's nature. Hot springs always make me feel carefree. So relaxing. It would appear so. I'm starting to feel like that just by looking at you. You don't have to stare. I'm sure I look silly like this. That's not true. You look like a fighter relaxing after a hard day's work. No way. That doesn't seem possible. Do you think I would lie? You might not lie, but you do go a bit overboard on the flattery. That might be true. Perhaps about 30% of it was flattery. That seems a little high. However, it's true that I like the way you look relaxing in a bath. Also, you're normally busy with your duties, so you usually have a scary look on your face. I see. I am usually stressed in my wit's end, so you might be right. I believe so. That's why your calm expression is so pleasant. I was telling the truth when I said I like your face. I see. Although, it's probably not a good idea to tell a guy you like him so lightly. You're really pretty. Anyone else would have misunderstood. Misunderstood what? Seriously? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Can you explain it for me? You're asking me for an explanation? There's a limit to this kind of embarrassment play, you know. Embarrassment play? What are you thinking about? It's not what you think. It's just a misunderstanding. Well, you're the one who called her sexy dynamite a while back, Delta. The truth. Is there something on my face? No, I'm just thinking about how mature you are. You're really calm. You have an adult composure, and you're pretty serious, you know? You think so? So I don't feel like I have that much composure. I'm serious. I respect you as an adult. It's hard to believe you had such a temper before. Wait, what do you mean a temper? Oh, crap. Wait, are you hiding something from me? I'm not hiding anything. Please don't hit me. What? I'm not going to hit you. Why are you acting so scared? Because you were a pretty hot-tempered rebel, weren't you? What's that supposed to mean? I didn't have a lot of hot temper and I wasn't a rebel. But Nate told me about it. That's why you destroyed the Cielnotron. You said something like, my fists are my song, and started destroying the Cielnotron you made Notama, right? I never said that. How could you believe something like that? I heard it from Nay. She was there when it happened. My head is starting to hurt. I understand. It's suppose I'm going to have to tell you what happened. The colony of Yumenotama has some problems with the gravitational field generators. What kind of problem? Use of the Cianotron would put a heavy burden on them, and the gravitational field would disappear. It's called a burnout. So what would happen during a burnout? The people living in the lower areas of Yumenotama would be affected by Rossiel's gravity and fall. Wait, it sounds like they die. That sounds like they... I can't say that! It sounds like they die! Exactly. That's why I use song magic to destroy Yumenotama's Cianotron. That's what really happened. That's a totally different story from the one I heard earlier. What you heard was nonsense. I believe it's important to trust other people, but it'd make more sense if you were suspicious of an obviously unlikely story like that. Or are you trying to say you believe that I could have had an ill temper in the past? No way, nothing like that. Well, I kind of thought the reason you're so calm now was because of your rough past. Delta, it sounds like you want me to lecture you. Perfect timing. It's just the two of us, so we won't get interrupted. I can give you a thorough lecture. Give me a break. Kanon reads everything. Delta, are there any magazines you buy regularly? There aren't any I buy every issue of, but usually buy them because I like the cover. Do you have any? No, but I did find a magazine that looks interesting enough to subscribe. A magazine you'd be interested in? I can't even imagine. It's a magazine from Phelion called Teen Jewel. Teen Jewel? Yes, it's a fashion magazine for young people. That's a surprise. I didn't know you read things like that. I'm actually open to reading anything. However, it was my first time reading something like this. I see. Excuse me. So what did you think? It was very interesting, filled with things I never knew before. In particular, I read and reread the article about searching for fitting clothes. I'm also excited about the next issue about picking clothes that makes one's body type look pretty. Clothes that make your body type look pretty, huh? I don't think you need to worry. You already look good. Or you already look good. Something like that. Probably a better reading for that. Congratulations for victory. By the way, I still haven't told you yet, have I? Huh? Was that something you needed to tell me? Congratulations on your victory in the combination tournament. Oh, that. Yes, I knew you and Cass would win. Were you able to complete the ceremony of bonds afterwards? You knew about that? Of course I did. Did you not know about it? Yeah, they suddenly told us to kiss as soon as we won. That was surprising. Also, we had to do it in front of a huge crowd. There's a limit to embarrassment play. Well, it's true that it may be embarrassing to humans, but to the Charl, it's an important ritual confirming their bonds with their partner. Although I'm pretty sure a kiss is a similar confirmation of bonds between human partners. So then that means partners who have undergone first harmonics are actually kissing pretty often? That's correct. It's a sacred act that confirms and deepens bonds at the same time. You should try kissing Cass every day from now on. I can't just suddenly start doing that every day. Although, I want to. Unexpectedly appropriate. Hey Kanon, why did you decide to make Choo Choo into a general store? I didn't really mean to make it a general store, but I didn't want to stick to one kind of merchandise. I wanted to have all kinds of useful things. Was that really the best choice? Wouldn't you have had more fun running a flower shop or something? You did grow the super dendrobium after all. It's true that I had some interest in running a flower shop. Presently, though, I wish to have a shop that could help the Charl rather than my own desires. Although flowers are just material for garlands to the Charl. Seeing the flowers I grew made into garlands would be a little... Oh yeah, that would be a little weird. Yes, that's just another reason why my shop is the way it is. It's fun to deal with so many different goods, and I can even carry those dendrobium. That's true. Besides, if it were just a flower shop, we wouldn't really have much business going there anyway. Jumping to level 5. Are you drinking the Supreme Energy Source? You should seriously stop bringing up that kind of medicine around, guys. Just hearing about it is enough to make me want to run away in embarrassment. Why is that? Give me a break. I'm getting a cold sweat. Is it really that hard to answer? I just wanted to know if the medicine was effective or not. I don't know what you're saying. I know you aren't asking with any weird meanings, but that was supposed to be a vitality drink, right? I wouldn't say vitality drink. It's closer to an aphrodisiac. You realize you're just making it that much more difficult to answer, right? Is there a way to remove the vitality effect and nothing else? I'm worried about combat. I'm too scared to drink it in that kind of situation. Well, true, it might be dangerous to drink it in that case. Even normally, it could be dangerous if you don't drink it away from women. In other words, you're not allowed to drink it before the purification ceremony. However, I gave you the Supreme Energy Source because I didn't have to worry if it's you. You've been with Cassie a long time, so even something like that wouldn't cause you to do anything, right? Could you please ask questions I can actually answer? Survival viewpoint. Have you heard of women's underwear called dietary fiber bra? Dietary fiber bra? I know about that. It's pretty awesome. You can use it as underwear or even eat it. Super useful. I think emergency food like that is a necessity for people who travel around a lot, like me and Cass. What's wrong? I'm just surprised. I was thinking the same thing. The dietary fiber bra is definitely necessary for you two. Oh, you two? Yes, you two are in dangerous situations every day. Sometimes you go to places far away from cities or villages. Carrying emergency rations in those instances would at least provide food for one day. Yeah, although it would be too big for Cass to wear. That's okay, she can still wear it. They don't fit me at all. The moment I put them on, they pop right off. Yeah, that would be pretty impossible to wear if they're as big as yours. I guess it's a bit worrying that you can't wear it just in case. Yes, with a sleigh like this, it's important to always carry emergency rations. It'd be great if they made more sizes so anyone could wear them. That's right, it's discrimination to ignore girls who don't have flat chests. Maybe I should ask Nate to make something in Kanon size sometime. I think Nate's gonna punch you for that one if you do. Everyone has secrets. About that wood carving of a bird you had the other day. What are you talking about? I don't remember anything like that. If you're gonna lie, at least try and make it believable. You didn't leave the area and you were saying chon chon or chirp chirp or something. It's chun chun. Yeah, that. You were saying that while rubbing it against your cheek. I didn't do that. I was trying to, but you suddenly burst into my shop. That doesn't really matter. Trying to do something and actually doing something are completely different. Isn't that right, Delta? Sure, yeah, you weren't rubbing it against your cheek. That's right, I haven't done anything like it. I'll forgive you this time, but don't falsely accuse me of things, okay? I guess she wants to hide this. Maybe I shouldn't have asked. Stop the character collapse. Kanon, I'm going to tell you something really important. Do you mind listening? When you get nervous, when you get serious, it actually makes me a bit nervous. But I understand. I'll listen. Thanks. It's about that classic dance class you made. I think it's really bad. It's useful, so I hate to say it, but I don't think you should make them anymore. That's all. I don't understand. You said that it's useful. What's the problem? Yeah, I said that's all. It raises your attention to a super awesome level, doesn't it? That's the kind of explanation that's a problem. On top of that, you did it here, dressed like that. Ugh, I shouldn't have brought it up. I said something similar when I gave you the classic dance class. I don't understand. What is the problem exactly? Am I not explaining well enough? It's not really the explanation. It's more like your manner or choice of words. I don't really want to hear you say things like super awesome. It wouldn't be a problem if you could... Wow, this one's full of errors. It wouldn't be a problem if you could choose your words better, but you can't, can you? You want me to change the way I say it? It uplifts your spirits and lets you experience great pleasure. How's that? It sounds more serious, but makes me imagine something completely different. And I suppose there's no use changing it. Okay, whatever. You can leave it. Just don't explain it like that again to me. Yeah, just don't explain it like that to me again. Alright, Master, please. Star Emperor Gria. By the way, Delta, do you read a lot? Not really. I don't like reading too much. But I did read a really touching novel recently. Oh, really? What's the title? Oh, yeah, it's a novel called Star Emperor Gria. I got it free with some medicine. Star Emperor Gria? You read that too? Yeah, wait. You knew about it? Yes, I cried quite a bit while reading it. The most moving part was where the prince died in the supernova, right? Delta, if you have free time, I want to talk about Star Emperor Gria over a cup of tea. Me too. Kat says she read it, but she didn't seem very interested. We can't do anything about personal taste, although I can't believe she doesn't get such a great story. It's a shame, but I did have some issues with the ending. You mean, our fight's just starting? I found that line to be dubious. You thought so too? Yes, who said it? Huh? You know, Gria never referred to herself in the first person. However, that last line, it was in first person plural. That means it wasn't Gria. What? That's right, so Gria didn't say it. Wait, but that last scene was in Gria's room, when she vowed to retake hope for the future, alone. Yes, we know that Gria should have been alone. However, that line, I think it's meant to tie into a sequel. I didn't even realize. I guess I didn't read it thoroughly enough. I'll start rereading it today. Rereading is always good. You might have a different perspective, and you might learn something. Of course, that doesn't wholly translate well into English, but that's okay. Don't remind me. Delta, can I ask you something? Not doing it. Oh, what? I haven't even asked yet. I already saw you brought that G-Hulk's mask, didn't you? I assume you already put it on, right? Yes. I already told you I'm not putting it on again. But you were so beautiful. Just one more time. I thought if you put it on, you would become even more beautiful. I'd like it if you could tell me I'm beautiful without the mask. I think you look handsome, but I can't really say beautiful. That's what I thought. Besides, if you actually did tell me I was beautiful straight up, I wouldn't know how to react. Well, I could say it after you put on the Chief Hulk's mask if you want. I'm telling you, I'd get really mixed feelings being called beautiful. So almost a never-ending back and forth there. Moment love blooms. By the way, do you know something called the Primnotron? Of course I know. Nay was the one who made it. It has an ability to control the Charl, but she reduced the effect, saying it wasn't necessary. Yes, its effects have been reduced to where it won't work in close Try that again. Yes, its effects has been reduced to where it won't work in close proximity to the Charl. You seem to know a lot about it. Do you have one? No, I don't. But one of the Charl who came to my shop said a human-carrying one had tried confessing to her. What? Shit! That sounds like some bastards are trying to abuse it! Please calm down. They were carrying one, but they didn't use it. What's that mean? She said he merely brought it as a way to confess his love. He said there were items with the same effect in Phaleon, but that he would never use one. He said he wanted an honest relationship with her and asked her out. Then he gave her a tight hug. I'm getting embarrassed just hearing about it. I heard getting hugged something like that is creepy, so girls say okay, but run the moment they're let go. I see, you're misunderstanding something. Charl will react that way when the other person doesn't show any real emotions. If a Charl feels genuine affection towards them from another one embrace, they will not run away. Are you serious? And that means the Charl you were talking about, she felt the affection the person had towards her and told him yes. Immense affection? That's pretty crazy. I never knew a human could feel that strongly for a Charl. I was also surprised. However, they seemed to be very happy. She said they're living together and he even calls her honey. I sure escalated quickly. Well, regardless, it's still great. Yes, I think so too. It would be nice if couples like that were more common. It might be hard, but I get the feeling it won't be too long. Alright, 3 more to go. How was the other side? I heard you visited RCL. What was it like? I guess I could say heaven. You might think that's not much of an explanation, but seriously, it's the best way to describe it. It sure seems like it. I can tell you really feel that way just by looking at you. If it's really such a wonderful place, it'd be nice if we could move there, but they already said no. That's really unfortunate. Yes, you must care about this a lot since you were on RCL for so long. It's just my opinion, but I don't think anybody would complain if you and Cass decided to stay there. What? I heard you two made the decision to travel to RCL despite the risk of never coming back again. That's why I think, while it may be impossible for anyone else on the Soleil, it would be okay for you. You also made a huge contribution to reconciliation between Human and Charles. If you asked, you two would be allowed to move there, yes? Well, probably. And actually, we've thought about moving over there in secret, even if they said no. I believe it. But I don't mind if I live on RCL or over here. Really? Yeah. As long as Cass is with me, she's all I need. Oh, it makes sense that it would be the most important detail for you. Cass must truly be happy to be held in higher regard than heaven. Alright, that's the final one. So yeah, we'll save that one for last easily. Hey, Cass! I hope you realize I'm not Cass. Oh, sorry, it's a habit. Ugh, don't worry about it. However, apparently you've done the purification ceremony with Cass quite a bit now, correct? Yeah, to be honest, I've lost count. It's strange how we never run out of things to talk about. That's just evidence of all the things you do every day. The fact that you've lost count of how many times you've spoken means that your memories together have grown exponentially in a very short amount of time. I guess that's true. We've experienced a lot of things together and seen a lot. Then we talk about them during the ceremony, like a walk down memory lane. What do you mean? You're still so young. You still have decades ahead of you. You'll have so many. You have so many memories together you won't even remember them all. So many that I can't remember all of them. Well, I'm going to try to keep the number of memories I can't remember to a minimum. That's the spirit. However, may I add one more thing? I hope you remember the times we've spoken like this as well. I couldn't forget if I tried. Besides, I got a separate stomach for my memories with you. Wait, I can't really say different stomach for this. Different brain, maybe? I think that line will make this an unforgettable memory for me as well. Probably for not the right reasons, though. Alright, Love Struck Kanon. Delta, I haven't thanked you yet, have I? Thank me? Did I do something? Did you forget you risked your life to save me after I dove into the Black Sea? I said some very rude things to you. Don't worry about that. It's all in the past. If anything, you shouldn't be thanking me. You should be apologizing. That's right. I'm sorry. I told you it's fine. I was pretty angry with you, but you had your reasons. Besides, it's not like you want to go die now, right? No. In fact, I think it's good I didn't die then. If I had, did something make you happy that you're alive? Huh? The time I spent with you. If I said that, would it trouble you? I know you already have Cassidy. I know saying something like this now would cause trouble. I know, but Hey, Kanon, I'm okay. I'll be okay in a second. I'm really sorry. I must look pathetic. No, you don't have to comfort me. I said it knowing you have Cassidy. I told you not to worry about it, didn't I? Yes, Cass is really important to me, but I'm still happy you feel that way. Really? I wouldn't lie. Besides, no one would feel bad if a beautiful girl like you was in love with them. Your honest reactions are pretty cute, too. Please don't make fun of me. I'm not making fun of you. You don't realize how beautiful and adorable you are. And if you wore some clothes that match your style better, you could easily double that. And I'm just saying, if I am assuming I wear something stylish, would you go on a date with me? A date? You had one with Cassidy, right? So I was thinking it would be nice if I got one too. I feel like I'm causing so much trouble for you. Okay, I'll go on a date with you. Is that really okay? I'm not Cassidy. You've helped us out a lot. I'm sure she would let me one date slide. Thank you. Thank you so much, Delta. It was worth finding the courage to ask. I'm counting on you to wear something super stylish and cute, alright? Yes, of course. You'll be happy with what I wear, I promise. I hope you're looking forward to it, too. Alright, that's everything for Kanon and Delta. Just a quick zap over, and we'll continue. Alright, don't have too many with Kanon with Earth is, but we got some good ones. Popular among the Charl. There's a certain stuffed toy that's been popular with the Charl recently. It's a character with a name that's similar to Nyoroki. I think it was Nyoroki or something. Are you talking about Nyaroki? Yes, that's it, Nyaroki. I'm surprised you knew. Apparently there were quite a few of them found in the garbage from Phelion. They were also in pretty good condition, as though they had just been purchased. I wonder why the people of Phelion are doing something like that. Don't you think it's wasteful to throw away things that are still in good condition? What do you think? Well, I think they bought the wrong item, so they threw it away. It's true. People who aren't familiar with Yuroki could buy it on accident since they're similar. However, that's no excuse to throw away stuffed toys in new condition. If people don't have the decency to take care of things, the world will never improve. When there is harmony between humans and the Sharl, I may have to take this up with the Empress of Phelion. Well, she's the one who made him. Sharl love Fortune. Is your relationship with the Onisol going well? Yep, yeah, we're full of love. I see, that's good to hear. It's a good reason why I asked this out of the blue. The Sharl told me about an interesting method of divination. Two people stand facing each other and close their eyes. Then one person uses their left hand and the other their right to point at their partner with their index finger. If the two fingertips touch exactly, that means the two are a perfect match. What happens if they don't touch exactly? If they don't, it shows how far removed their compatibility is. The fingertips could touch off center, or the sides may even touch. And if they don't touch at all, they say that means the two aren't compatible. Anyway, it's just a divination game, but it could be a good conversation starter. You should try it with the Onisol if you're interested. And straight to level 5. You think of Iana as a jealous person? Ionisol? I don't know. From what I've seen, she doesn't seem like a jealous person at all. Did she do something that made you suspect it? Well, she cooked a rice cake. Hmm? I'm sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to understand what it is she just said. Yeah! It makes no sense to anyone not familiar with a jealous rice cake. You saw Ionisol make a rice cake, and that made you think she was a jealous person? I don't see how that has any relevance. Like I said, in my opinion, Ionisol doesn't seem like a jealous person. However, I also think that affection she has for you is genuine. Any feelings of jealousy that she has are further proof of her love for you. I think you should be happy, but you should not try to make her feel like that. Well, thanks for the warning, I'll be careful. Please do. While jealousy is nothing to worry about, it's possible to make her sad if you go too far. Please be careful. Yep, simple, straightforward conversation. I hear my own voice. I've heard strange stories from Sharl who have been near Phelion recently. They say they can hear my voice in Phelion. That's impossible. Yes, I thought so as well. However, everyone who's heard the voice has heard the same thing. Be silent, insolent one! They say they hear me say it in an angry tone. However, it obviously isn't me, so it couldn't possibly be my voice. What exactly is going on inside Phelion? Maybe someone just has a similar voice. A similar voice. I suppose that's the easiest answer. But the fact that people who went on different days are hearing the same thing makes me curious. I wonder why this person with a similar voice is so angry. Phelion is full of mysteries. Sorry, Kanon, but we're just gonna keep that under wraps. Eon's reaction. I'd like to ask something about that bronze statue. What do you think of it? Well, that's a difficult question. The fact that that's the only answer is even better. I knew it. Ionissol's reaction left something to be desired when I gave it to her, so I've been worried about it. I thought I made it look fitting for bonds in a new era, but I guess it didn't work. I tried to make a design anybody could appreciate. Well, bonds in a new era is too abstract. A symbol like that is supposed to represent abstract ideals, although it appears it was too difficult and people don't understand it. It might be necessary to improve it so it's easier to understand before the new era. Alright, Blushing Days. Recently the Sharl coming to my shop are in a festive mood, and it's causing some trouble. Every day more of them talk about having a big festival with humans after we find peace. Of course, I think that's wonderful. However, they're starting rehearsals for the festival, and they have me participate as well. So, they're going to make you have to do that? Yes, it's with everyone else though, so it's not so bad. But I still can't get used to it no matter how many times I do it. But I do agree with what the Sharl are saying. It's great to have a festival together, once humans and Sharls finally coexist and live in peace. And of course, when that happens, you'll participate in it as well, right? Well, it'd be great if I could. I'm sure everyone would be happy you feel that way. You might not realize this, but you're quite popular among the Sharl, you know. The Sharl who come to my shop ask, is that robot person dropping by today? All the time. I hope we find peace soon so we can have that festival. And not gaining weight, I heard about a dish called Shamflower Miracle. Apparently it's made with lots of shamflower. Shamflower is pretty useful, isn't it? It's all-purpose for making everything from snacks to elaborate dishes. I have a bit of an obsession with cooking, so I actually use it a lot. But I've never tried making anything just using shamflower. It might be fun to see how many dishes I can come up with tonight using shamflower. Well, could you really make that many? I don't know if it will be that many, but I can think of over 100 recipes using shamflower. Of course, I don't intend to make all of them. It would take too long to make alone, and I wouldn't have enough. But I still want to try making at least 10 different things. I'm in the mood to make it, so I might as well take advantage. I'm looking forward to tonight. Oh, straightforward one. Spreading rumor. Did you hear about that Sharl with the medicine shop in Honokano who made an amazing new medicine? Apparently it cures an illness that humans have long been researching for a cure without success. That medicine actually just stops it. The medicine works? I've only heard rumors, so I don't know many details, but the Sharl talk about it every day, and they seem pretty excited. They don't become ill, yet they create a medicine to cure a terrible illness, an illness not even song magic could fix. They say they should all learn from their example. All the Sharl say things like this and get a lot of respect. I'm included, of course. I'm curious to how they created such an amazing medicine. Well, the hint is how a Charl would make things. It sounds like you know how, but how a Charl would make it, I can't even imagine. There would be merit in visiting this medicine shop sometime. I should bring flowers as congratulations and ask about it directly. Well, you'll probably figure it out. Even if I'm gone, I need to think about expanding Chuchuyo or even opening a second shop. In a shop that small, I'll eventually run out of space for new goods. My first project is remodeling it and expanding it to about twice the current size. I think even more Charl would stop by. I want to make a shop not just for Charl, but also for humans. Don't you think it would be wonderful to have a shop where humans and Charl can interact? I think there are still a lot of things that humans and Charl don't understand about each other. They could meet and talk at my shop and learn to understand one another better. If we want to live together, I think a place like that is necessary sooner or later. I should make that another future goal for my shop. I think working at my shop will be even more fun now. Yep, I'll always be cheering for you. Thank you. I wonder if that's because your words are transmitted as thoughts. Your words are great encouragement for working harder. I'll keep doing my best to fulfill your expectations. So regardless of how far apart we may be, please keep supporting me. Kanon wants to talk. Having a conversation through thoughts is much different from speaking, so I was confused at first, but lately this feels as though it's normal. Does it seem like I'm conversing normally to you? It's really fun. I'm glad to hear that. If we could speak more frequently, I might not have worried. On that subject, I'm a bit envious that Yanosal gets to speak with you so often. I wanted to speak with you every day about all sorts of things, like Yanosal does. I don't really have much interesting to say. Really, I always find my conversations with you enjoyable. You always answer my questions seriously and straightforward. This is more fun for me than you seem to believe, so don't worry. Well, I'm happy you feel that way. I'm honored. Please keep talking to us both. And the final one. Excited Kanon. What's wrong? No, it's nothing. I'm sorry. I just feel like I finally understand why Yanosal adores you so much. The first time I saw you, I thought you were a simple machine only built to guard Yanosal. However, beyond Earth lies the real you. You exist not in this world, but another. After speaking with you so many times, I've come to understand that. I regret that I couldn't understand it sooner. Well, I'm still happy you understand. Happy. I see. I feel even happier that you feel that way. But if I'd been able to sense your existence on the other side of Earth sooner... I'm going to say something out of character. Please, try not to laugh. I may believe that I may be in love with your existence. I can't see the real you or converse freely with you. Yet, ever since I felt the warmth of your thoughts crossing dimensions, I knew I knew that I loved you. Sorry, I can't betray Eon. I know. I understand that. I realize that saying something like this is rude to Yanosal. However, I couldn't just let this end without telling you. My heart aches just thinking about it. I can feel it beating so fast. Anyway, I didn't want to wait for our parting without telling you. You're leaving this world after you complete your task, right? When I thought about that, I couldn't hold back my feelings. I couldn't bear the thought of you not knowing how I felt. That's why I told you, even though I knew it was wrong. Am I troubling you? I'm happy for your feelings. Oh, you really are a warm person. I want to travel with you, like Yanosal. No, even just a fraction of that. If I could spend just one day together with you. Well, I can make time for one day. Thank you so much. It would be a dream if I could spend just a single day with you. I'm not used to these things, but I'll try to wear something stylish for you. So please, promise me you won't forget. And we've seen all the events here. Done with Kanon.